Hold up. Did anyone else walk out of 28 years later and immediately Google, was that zombie really packing that much? Because let's be real, one of the biggest takeaways from the film isn't the cliffhanger ending, the intense survival sequences, or even Ralph Fiennes stealing every scene like the legend he is. It's that the alpha zombie, yeah, that one, walked on screen, and bam! His monstrous rage wasn't the only thing on display. Before we go any further, hit that like button, smash subscribe, drop a comment if your jaw also dropped at that scene, and share this with someone who needs to see what all the fuss is about. Let's rewind. 28 years later is the long-awaited sequel to the iconic post-apocalyptic franchise that started with 28 Days Later and continued with 28 Weeks Later. Now, almost 3 decades since the original outbreak, humanity is clinging to hope, and the infected? They're still around, naked, furious, and somehow even more terrifying. But while the infection may have stripped away humanity, it did not strip away everything else. Enter Samson, the alpha zombie, towering, muscular, rage-fueled, and anatomically unforgettable. This isn't some blink-and-you-miss-it moment. When Samson bursts onto the screen, the audience doesn't just flinch from fear, they gasp audibly. Because not only is he charging at our heroes with primal fury, but he's doing it while swinging something that has Twitter spiraling and Reddit threads exploding. And let's just say, he's fully unleashed. Spoilers ahead. But let's face it, if you've heard anything about 28 years later, you've probably already heard about him. The zombies in this universe, remember, are infected humans. Over time, they've deteriorated both mentally and physically. Clothing? Gone. Morality? Out the window. But this isn't just about shock value. This is about dominance. The film introduces the Alpha, Samson, as a near-mythical being. He's stronger, faster, and more calculated than any infected before. Dr. Kelson, played with chilling precision by Ralph Fiennes, names him Samson, not just as a biblical nod, but to emphasize his raw, brutal strength. And when you see him on screen, yeah, the name checks out. The man's a unit, in every sense. So, was it real? Did actor Lewis-Parry just show up on set and shut down every wardrobe conversation permanently? Turns out, no. The enormous display was not himself. At least, not completely. It was a prosthetic. But not just any prosthetic. According to because child actor Alfie Williams, who plays Spike, the main protagonist, is just 12 years old, certain rules had to be followed. On-set nudity around minors is strictly regulated, which meant that every exposed moment had to be entirely artificial. Also added that he's a hugger, he loves the camaraderie on set, and he definitely wouldn't have been dishing out hugs if he was totally in the buff. So, prosthetics it was. But here's where it gets cheeky. When Variety straight up asked him whether the prosthetics were accurate to real life, didn't shy away. Well, he said, I'm 6 feet 8 inches. I'll say no more. Oh, he said plenty. The reaction from fans has been wild. Social media exploded with takes, jokes, memes, and thirst posts. One tweet read, "That zombie brought the apocalypse and the anaconda," while another user simply said, "Not even the virus could shrink that monster." Director Danny Boyle, who returned to oversee the trilogy's final chapters, reportedly wanted Samson to be unsettling, but not just because of violence. Samson is a symbol of everything humanity fears: loss of control, strength without reason, and yes, even hypersexualized rage. And let's be honest, that prosthetic? It stole the spotlight. While the final moments of the film teased another chapter, fans were still busy trying to Google Alpha Zombie Prosthetic Dimensions. So now we wait. 28 months later is reportedly in development. And you know the internet's going to have its eye out, very low down, for more of Samson's screen time. Will he return? Will there be even bigger surprises? Who knows? But one thing's for sure. When a zombie apocalypse movie leaves you thinking less about survival tactics and more about zombie anatomy, you know it's broken the internet. Make sure to hit that like button if you were as shook as we were. Drop your best Samson memes in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more breakdowns of the wildest moments from the biggest movies. You never know what might pop up next. Share this with a friend who still doesn't believe what they saw was real. Because if 28 years later gave us anything, it gave us something truly unforgettable. And just maybe too big to fail.